Hi, I'm Lashon and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to be inspired on a daily basis, then this is the perfect place for you. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell. Hello. This is me, Lashon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me here once again. And again, we're here because we're trying to save money and we're trying to make it in this economy. Okay? If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Let me tell you a little bit about myself to get it out of the way. I am a United States Navy veteran, a divorced mother of three, a surgical tech, and now I'm home, disabled, and here on YouTube. And I live on a fixed income, so I am always looking for ways to make it. I am always looking for ways to save money. I am always trying to stop being hungry and stop, the process of eviction or whatever might be dwelling in your home today. So I'm focusing on people who living on a fixed income, but this could easily be somebody living paycheck to paycheck, okay? So I want to talk about the cost of living right now, how the prices are going up for everything, including food, where you living, gas, everything. All these prices are going up. So now more than ever, you have to figure out ways to save money and pinch and save and pinch and save. And one way that I have learned is I live on a fixed income. After I pay my rent and my electric, everything else has to be aligned up for me to eat for the entire month, for me to be able to do my Ubers or Lyfts for the entire month. So basically, I'm just giving light to you and telling you that you can make it on whatever your income is, whether it's $500 a month to $2,000 a month, you still will be able to make it. Now, your first thing is shelter. Where do you live? How much do you pay for rent? And that type of thing. You have to live as frugal as possible in order to make it. Unless you have people who are helping you, unless you have people who are helping you to pay your rent, people that are giving you money. Maybe you have children that own a house that, let you live rent free. Whatever your situation is, the information in this video needs to be adjusted to accommodate whatever your situation is. Remember, I only speak about what I know about. So I'm speaking from first person. I lived in a house. I couldn't afford it. I could not afford living in that house anymore after my divorce. So I moved into low income. I applied and was accepted into low income housing. Now, for those of you who don't know what low income housing is, it is a program designed, each state has it, where they sit down, they figure out how much money you make a month, whether you have a job, because it's people who live here that work a regular job, a fixed income, or some type of disability. They see how much money you make. And then that apartment, 1 bedroom, 2, 3, whatever, they'll say this is what the average apartment in, we'll say, Florida is. But because you're on a fixed income and we're going to take a percentage of what you make, this is what your rent will be. So your rent will be considerably cheaper than what it'd be regular. I know for a fact, and I'm telling you this with no embarrassment, with nothing, with no malice in my heart. I'm being as transparent as possible when I tell you that when I lived in that house trying to make it, trying to stay there, trying to live a certain way, I was almost at the verge of not eating again because I was trying to live a certain way. Reality versus social media. I'm over that. But at the time, I was thinking about my children and thinking, I can't uproot the situation or whatever. You have to do what's best for your family. For me, what was best for my family was finding a place where I could afford to rent, period. Finding a place where I can afford to rent, low income. I applied, I was accepted. I got a moving company, I moved into low income. Boom, this is what my rent is. Okay, thank you, Father God, because I can afford my rent. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to chip away at everything. Your rent, your mortgage, whatever you're paying, is going to take up the bulk of your monthly income, your fixed income, your disability, your paycheck to paycheck, whatever. So if you can get that main thing, your housing, at an acceptable price, then you're right there, you're winning. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's always somebody who has something to say, whether it's in the comment section, a family member, whatever. It's always somebody who got something to say, but they not living in your shoes. They are not in your shoes. You have to do what works for your family. I'm telling you, I live in low income, but you might say, ooh, ain't no way I could live in low income. That's your choice, and that is your choice for your family. My choice for me at the time, I had a son that was in high school who I had to feed. Do you understand? I had to take care of him completely by myself. So I had to do what I had to do. I moved to low income. Now, all these years later, I'm now in a different facility. I am what they would call low income elderly. So now I'm in a facility where it's 30 units. That's it. It's only 30 apartments that we have, and it's all elderly. All elderly or all disabled. And that is where I'm at. That is where I can afford to live. And this is where I choose to be at. So all these words are necessary because it's always going to be somebody to say, well, you could move from there. Yeah, I could. I could. I could call a moving company and move from here and be in an apartment where I'm there because everybody think I should be there. Okay? All right. And in that apartment, I'm struggling to pay my rent and electric. Those are the two main things. Why do I have to do that when I know I can pay my rent here? I know I can pay my electricity bill here. Okay? So the food is the hustle every month. Okay? Because I'm on a fixed income and prices are soaring. So the message of this video is don't live past your means. If you need to move to a place that's cheaper in order for you to take care of your family, then you need to do what you need to do. Okay? And don't worry so much about what somebody else says, because I can do a whole video on what people had to say once they realized that I was going from a house that got built from the ground up. It sure did. It sure did. But I couldn't afford to live there. Why am I trying to stay there? Who am I trying to prove this reality versus social media to? I couldn't afford it. Okay? I have failed in a lot of things in my life, and I have learned from my mistakes. And the first thing I learned is, in order to take care of your family, you have to chip away at the fat. You have to do whatever you have to do in order to take care of your family. And if that means that you have to have two jobs, get two jobs. If that means you can't live in that big old 5,000 square foot house anymore, then move to a smaller place and get caught up, get correct, get your credit in order, and then do what you have to do in increments. Now, at the age I'm at now, I didn't think I'd be living in low income. I thought I'd be living now in that same house I told you about, but at a different phase. Again, I thought I'd be retired, going on vacations and gambling and going on cruises and stuff like that. But my life didn't write out that way. I'm on a new path, a new journey, and I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you, I'm doing everything I have to do with inflation, the economy, the cost of living, the prices of food. I'm doing whatever I got to do so I'm not hungry, so I'm not homeless, and so my lights will stay on. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being preachy because nobody wants to be told what to do. I get that. I developed this channel for me, my peace of mind, depression, anxiety. But I also did it because there are so many of us who live on a fixed income and are struggling in silence. You do not have to struggle in silence. You can ask for help. There are programs that help people like you and me. I am a veteran, so I use the Veterans Administration and call them and say, can you help me? I need help. The hardest thing you could do is ask for help. But in 2022, with the prices of food, the prices of gas, to find affordable housing and the prices is still going up, you have to do whatever you got to do to trim some of that money that you are spending monthly so that you will not wind up homeless. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so that's it. That's all I got for you today. Whatever you're doing, you have to trim the fat. So if you're in a place and it might not be exactly where you want to be, but it's where you at right now, then you work toward your next goal, whatever your next goal is, maybe to move or to upgrade or whatever your situation is. But I'm speaking first person. I'm telling you that I'm in a low income facility because I want to make it. So I'm living not above my means, but I'm living so that I can make it day by day on a fixed income. Okay? That's all I got for you today. So at this point in the video, I breathe out, I breathe in and breathe out, and I try to, in with the good, out with the bad, and I try to focus on the positive for whatever the day has in store for me, okay? So you don't have to do this, but if you would like to join me, we're going to breathe in and breathe out. You ready? Oh, so remember, these rising housing costs, these rising food prices, and these rising gas prices can really put a damper on someone that lives on a fixed income. So you have to do whatever you got to do to save $1 here, $5, $10, 20. Okay, that's it. Just a simple reminder today. And when you go out, be nice, be kind, be courteous to people, but most of all, treat people with respect. Okay? So have a good day, have a blessed day. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. And if you're new here, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, click that bell so you're notified when I do new videos. God bless. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a minute to leave a comment. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.